What's up, everybody? This is Zen Viking, and I want to take this opportunity to talk with you a little bit about knife sharpening and knife grinds. Um, I guess the main thing that I want to convey to you right out the gate is just because a knife comes a certain way doesn't mean that it needs to be that way. It really doesn't take gobs and gobs and gobs of skill to be able to modify knives to suit your tastes. This right here is a mini K-bar. Leather, stacked handle, straight up. That I had a while back as just like an everyday walking around belt knife. And then as I got more skilled and more knowledgeable, I found that the saber grind it comes with is not my favorite thing in the world. And so I pretty much just stopped carrying it in favor of full flat grinds and now Scandies and convexes. And but what I did is I convexed it myself. And you can see, you can see the little roll from the convex there. This really wasn't as difficult as I had once thought that it would be. And I didn't have a work sharp or a anything like that that really did the work. When I started this off, I used a Dremel, and I had a rotary sander that I used on it, but it really didn't do nearly as much as the Bastard file. Now, I don't have a Bastard file here with me, but I bought a Bastard file, which is pretty much the tool to have, in my opinion now. I really love the Bastard file. It hit that edge, and it just knocked it right off. That Bastard file removes a lot of material really quickly, and I really love it. For a long time I had thought about getting like really coarse stones and stuff like that, and but I like the file because it can fit inside of a curve. I also used it to sharpen up my cold steel kukri machete, and I just really loved it. But this thing splits like a champ now. I used it to process all this wood for this fire. This was a big old branch, and it split no problem. It went right through it. I didn't even have to hit the handle at all. It was just really, really well. The swedge at the top kind of messes up your baton. So it's not the ideal batoning blade. But when I came out here, I wasn't 100% planning on doing wood, and I just brought this knife, I just had it along for, whatever. And it did really well. It did a lot better than I thought it would do. It didn't get jammed up in the wood. Of course, I wasn't using very big wood, but... And that convex grind, that thing works. That thing just really works. This thing, unfortunately, I didn't try to split with it beforehand, before I convexed it, but I bet you it wouldn't have done as well. And so I hit it with that file. I did hit it with the Dremel, but really I hit it with the file. And then I took a Leatherman file, like this one here. He said one-handedly, and I hit along. And then I took a fine grit bench stone, hit that thing, and then I stropped it on a piece of packing material, and that thing was shaving hair off my arm, man. It was amazing. Now, I had originally wanted to do this as a Scandi grind, a zero grind, but that turns out to be a lot tougher than this convex, and the convex works just fine. It works really well. I think when I keep sharpening it, I'm going to try to bring it down to see if I can get it down to a Scandi, because those Scandis are just amazing. But, we'll see. Maybe I'll just leave this convex. But you could do this with a lot of different knives. It's really not that difficult. It really, really, really isn't. Like say, for instance, what is that, Cold Steel SRK? Dude, this would work great with an SRK. Convex that bitch out. It'd fucking do you right. Here's another thing that I did. This one took the Dremel to do, but here's another point of just because a knife comes that way doesn't mean it has to be that way. This is the 511 Karambit, and it's, as far as the ergos go, it's my favorite Karambit. It feels the best. I used to carry an Emerson, but my dumbass lost it. I did something stupid and I lost it. And I was looking to replace it. Got the Fox Karambit. Fox Karambit's way too big. I'll talk about that in another video. But then I had this one, and I had it in a box for a long time because it wasn't waved. And you know, the way I want to use it, it needs to be waved, so I wasn't carrying it. And I kept meaning to take it down to the knife sharpening place to have them put a wave on it. And I went down there, and they were closed when they shouldn't have been closed, and I got pissed off. And I went to the tool shop, and I just got me a whole big old set of Dremel tips. And one of them was a grinder, and waved it myself. Wave works great. I don't know if I can open a bottle with it like I can my other ones, but I might do it a little deeper just so that I can. But I tell you, this is now one of my favorite knives. So just because the knife comes a certain way doesn't mean that it has to stay that way. Dremel's not going to cost you a lot. You can do a lot of things with it. A Bastard file is going to cost you like $8 to $10. You can do a lot of things with that, and you know, keep practicing. Get out there, get you some junky knives, and practice on those if you have to. That's kind of what this was, because it was a knife that really didn't suit any purpose for me. It was, you know, like a belt knife that I had just for walking around everyday carry. Not everyday carry, but you know, I liked the idea of having a fixed blade, and I carried a fixed blade around with me for a while. Now I've switched to neck knives, but as for my fixed blade, but you know, this knife just didn't have any purpose for me, and I was almost going to sell it. But then I was like, dude, I'm just going to hit that thing with a fire. And now, dude, this thing's a great little camp knife now. I could throw this in a bailout bag or something, and it would be just fine. Or a car kit. I might leave it in the car. I might just leave it in this backpack. We'll see what happens. Work with your stuff, and you might be amazed what you can do. What you can do for yourself. And it's really a lot of fun. And it don't cost you nothing. And you know, you spend so much time hunting around for the knives that have exactly what you want on them, and it's just so nice to be able to customize them and be able to make them do what you want instead of having it the other way around. So there's my little bit of a sharpening vid for you, even though I didn't really sharpen anything. I just talked about sharpening. But anyways, thanks for watching. This is Zen Viking, and I'm rocking out. Talk to you later.